All right, Emmanuel says men should never accept a woman with bad attitude. It's in his best interest to seek for a fulfilled life through his position or career, and then he will attract the woman he desires. I agree. Emmanuel, I agree. Men should never accept a woman with bad attitude. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. There are two choices left. Either, like you said, uh, through his passion or his career, then he will attract the women he desires. But here's the thing, even some guys who have money are complaining about the same issue, Emmanuel. If you're going to be honest, guys who have money are also complaining about women's bad attitude. And it could be because women know they can always get another guy with money, even if we know the statistics show it's not so many guys with money. But it's like women don't even respect guys with money. If you guys know Tom Brady, American football player, recently retired, his own wife cheated on him with a personal trainer. She left him and got pregnant with a personal trainer. That just shows you that the money itself doesn't just solve the issue. Because for me, I believe one of the ways you may not have to do accept a woman's bad attitude, if if you have several of them, you know. Though at the end of the day, you have to choose as a man. Is it gonna be your is it going to be your peace of mind? You know, because as men, man, there's nothing as annoying as trying to to come back home and you know your woman is gonna argue with you or nag you about some shit that you didn't even do. That's so annoying. Like going back home and you know she's gonna start a fight out of the blue. Like that's why some guys don't want to go home. Some guys go home late because they want to go home because they are expecting to find the woman sleeping, so she doesn't have so she doesn't have to start a fight. You feel me? Yeah, but Emmanuel, you're right. You know, once you focus on on your mission, your career, your passion, you're more likely than not to attract the woman that you want. But here's the thing, Emmanuel, right? The woman that you attract, the woman that you desire, chances are, is she a feminist or does she have any feminist tendencies? That's number one. Number two, does she have friends? Usually she has friends. Then we ask the question, are the friends feminists? Do they have feminist ideas? Because we know how when a woman has friends, even if she pretends to be a good woman, usually the friends she hangs with, they are going to say all sorts of things when you guys get into a relationship. Because you know women usually run to their friends, to their female friends. Let's say you're dating a woman and you guys get into arguments, get into issues. The woman never runs to the brother, right? The woman never runs to uh the woman never runs to the father. The woman never runs to male friends. Sometimes they do if the male friends want her. But most times, if you get into an issue with your girlfriend, she's going to run to her female friends. And usually they are single and they're jealous. They may be because she's spending time with you, so she's not spending time with him. So they're going to mess up the relationship. They're going to tell her all kinds of BS, right? Because usually they don't want, because they know she's going to be spending more time with you. She's going to cancel plans on them. So they're going to say the worst of things. That's why most guys don't like when their woman has female friends, because they're usually going to, like, they're never going to say anything positive about you. Usually they're going to say the most crazy BS, unless they are in relationships themselves and their men are going to keep them busy. Right? So Steven is saying, There's only two options here: either deal with them or leave them alone. Period. I agree. I agree. Well, two options. I don't know, Steven. I think it could be two and a half options or three options. And this is what I mean. Option number one, like you said, leave them alone. But for how long? Because at the end of the day, as men, unless you're going to be monk for the rest of your life, God didn't create us to be by ourselves, if we're going to be honest, as a man, especially if you've had a woman before. We know how we know how that feeling is like when you're in love or you really like a woman, you guys spend time together, the sex, like the energy. If we're going to be honest, there's that energy you get when you're in love with a woman. It's just different. It's not like being with your homeboys. I'm talking about a woman that you guys connect with. She's not like she's not toxic. She motivates you. She inspires you. She never says nothing crazy to make you feel bad. There's something about that energy. I don't know what God did, but if we're gonna be honest, there's something about that kind of energy. You feel me? So, Stephen, yes. Number one, you can leave them alone, right? Option two, you can deal with them, but you gotta have like boundaries. That's why I say two and a half. Just dealing with them doesn't mean you should accept the way they behave. That's why some guys may have multiple women, some guys may change them, some guys may rent them, you know, because some guys just rent them because it's like if you know what I mean when I say rent, you pay, she gets the job done and she leaves. You don't have to deal with the attitude because she knows she's there for a reason, which at the end of the day, even in a normal relationship, you're paying. If we're going to be honest, you're paying something. Some guys believe that the people who pay, like, for sex and things like that, oh, it's bad. But at the end of the day, a wise man once said, CGS said, every man pays. You pay one way or another, indirectly or directly. But the thing is, once you pay directly and you're buying something, you miss out on that emotion that I was just explaining. Like, if you guys have ever been in love, yo, bro, that feeling is, I don't know what God did. And I think that's the feeling that gets most guys in trouble. Apart from the sex, the next feeling that gets men in trouble is the feeling of love. Because, us men, we love for real. It's not just, women can love you today and tomorrow they don't love you no more. For me, I don't believe women really love men, you know, but I believe men love for real. So if you've been in love if you're gonna be honest as a man, if you've ever been in love, like you love this woman, you can do anything for her, like that shit, man. That shit feels good if she reciprocates. Because if she's not giving you the same love back, then it just sucks. It just hurts. All right, let's see. Um, what's up, Music Man? I see you in the chat. All right, Emmanuel, what are you saying? He says you are right about that. Doesn't solve the problem, but it is half the battle, because once you have resources and connections, then you are the one doing the selection. You're right. I think the money. Somebody said this is. I didn't come up with this, but somebody said that a man's money is like makeup for women. I'm going to say that again. A wise man once said that a man's money, like when a man has money, it's the equivalent of a woman getting a BBL or putting on makeup, literally. And I believe that for sure. Because you know how you may see a woman walking down the street with no makeup? Yeah, she's not bad looking. She's okay. But you may not care. You're like, she looks average. I'm not even gonna approach her. She's not dressed. She's just in jeans, slippers, sandals. You don't care. Hair is not made up. You don't care, right? And then, but you meet that same woman 2 weeks from now, and she's all done up in a nice dress, nice shoes, makeup on fleek, nice hair. And you're gonna look at her different. You're gonna be like, what? Is this the same woman? So that same feeling is almost like when women see when they see you when you're broke, and then they see you when you have money. So that's why the guy said that a man's money is like a woman's makeup. You know.